Okay, today we are in the most famous verse on raising children, and that is Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Many a parent is holding on to that verse right now saying, I raised my child in the right way. God, you promised that he'll not depart. And that's a promise. You can hold on to that. But you know what? There's two important things that we need to look at from that verse. So first we need to see that there's an understood word that comes in front of train, and that is you. You have to train up your child. You can't count on, the teacher at school or the Sunday school teacher. It is your job to train the child God gave you. So let's look at the two things. First is train. It does not say scold a child or lecture a child in the way it should go. It says train. So train, what does that look like? It looks like teaching a specific skill or behavior through practice or instruction over and over and over again. Okay, those of you who have tried to potty train your child, get them to stop wearing diapers, it doesn't happen in one day, right? It's a process. We have to keep training them. And it's kind of like a coach. So a coach would be the person who already knows the skill and they can show by example. So you don't just take any coach. So even though Sachin and Dhoni are amazing cricket players, you would not have them come and coach your child on how to play tennis. So if you're wanting this kind of a result, you have to have this kind of a model. All right? So what is the end goal for our children? We have to model that. So that brings me to the second part. Train up a child in the way. So in the way, what does that talk about? It's talking about salvation, but it's not only salvation. It's also the Bible, how to pray, teaching them to be a soul winner, how to worship, how to hear God's voice and obey Him. So these are all things that we have to lead by example. And I'm going to tell you that if we don't teach them Bollywood, Hollywood, sports heroes, their friends, they will. They will. Whoever our children spend time with, that's who they're going to be like. They will adapt to them. And 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, bad company corrupts good values. So even if our children started off good, if we are not molding them, guiding them, coaching them, they're going to look for someone who will, and they're going to follow them. Okay, out of all of this, we need to realize that it is our place to mold them, shape them, and bring them into that path. All of that requires time. It all requires time. You cannot buy your children's becoming in a certain way. Giving them great gifts, blessing them, nothing wrong with that. But you cannot substitute that for investing time. You have to be willing to invest yourself. All right, anyone can have children, but not anyone can raise champions and influencers. That requires yourself. They are your legacy. They are carrying on your name. That's going to be for good or that's going to be for bad. And there's a quote that says, cherish your children because they are your footprints that you'll leave behind. So going the second mile, what kind of footprints are you leaving behind? Are you leaving footprints like John Edward that we talked about yesterday? What a legacy. Or by default, are we leaving a bad legacy, of drama and problems and mistakes and failures? Are we leaving that because we didn't take time to invest in our children? So it's up to us, parents, to make time, to be that influencer in our child's life. We have to train them in the right way.